Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, I have Kellie Kunzman, the director of BASIS Preschool Scottsdale. And you might recognize they were formerly Building Blocks Scottsdale. They are changing the name, changing their location. Kellie, where is your new location going to be?
Yeah, so we're going to be located off 136th and Shea, inside the BASIS Scottsdale Primary East campus. It's going to be fantastic. We'll be able to serve double the families we currently serve, and we're really excited about this relaunch and rebranding.
I love that because as a mom, if I am driving my kiddos to school and I've got siblings going two places, the fact that they can all go to the same place and we can do one drop off, that is wonderful.
Absolutely, absolutely. Make it easy. That campus serves kindergarten through fourth grade. So hoping we can get those youngers in there too and make it easy for all those parents.
Yes, and just the kiddos being familiar with, hey, I've already gone here for preschool. This is an easy transition. I'm going to the same place. All those little pieces make a big difference for a family.
Yeah, it does, and then they're already exposed to a curriculum that'll make that transition easy as they age up too.
I love that. I love that. Tell me about what is BASIS preschool curriculum? What does that look like?
Yeah, so at Basis Beginners, we really focus on the whole child. We want them to have strong and academic foundation for sure, but we want them to be good people as well.
Yes.
So we really hone in on those social emotional skills early on, making sure they know how to treat each other with kindness, how to say please and thank you. Also, how to make friends.
Yes.
That's really important at that 3 and 4 year old age group. Once they kind of master those skills, then we go into our early academics, which focuses on our STREAM centers. That's kind of unique to our campus. So STREAM stands for science, technology, reading, engineering, art, and mathematics.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's real basics of our foundation of the BASIS Beginners Preschool. The students will visit our centers throughout the day. They get to have autonomy of their learning. They pick where they want to be and commit themselves to 20 minutes to those centers. And that really helps to build their stamina and get them
Yes.
ready for that transition too, We're not saying you have to do science right now. You get to pick where you want to be. Um, so giving that autonomy, but also being like, hey, you know, I can learn about butterflies right now, or I can learn about whales right now. But I'm committed to 20 minutes right there in that area, which is really important to gain their focus. They're
Yes.
little, but they're able to do it. And we know if we hold them accountable, they can definitely reach those milestones.
Absolutely. You look at how long they can play Legos or how long they
Right.
can sit and watch a show. 20 minutes is absolutely a perfect chunk of time for them that they can commit to. That's
Yes.
exciting. I love that they can kind of choose because I thinking of my own kids, I
Right.
know which one would choose the butterflies and I know which one would choose the whales. I love that.
Right, right.
That is
I always like to say, we hold them accountable for their academics, but we have a lot of fun too. So don't get me wrong, like they might not want to do their handwriting right this minute, but they're going to revisit it the next time they come in the classroom. But we're also having dance parties and we're going out on the playground. Just yesterday we had a water balloon fight to celebrate the letter W. So they're little and they only get to be little once, and we're so lucky that parents choose us to spend those early
yes.
years with. So it's fantastic.
Yes, and there is something absolutely magical about that peer-to-peer interaction because they learn from each other how to behave, how to treat adults, how to treat one another.
Yes,
And when they see someone else giving attention and sitting still and learning, there is just a natural thing with peer-to-peer that cannot be replicated. It's amazing.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. And they're
amazing.
learning from each other constantly.
They
So,
are. They really are.
yeah.
That is so exciting. Well, tell me a little bit about Stream because I've heard of Steam and I've heard of,
Yeah.
so tell me about Stream where,
Well, we thought it was really important to incorporate reading and writing into
yeah,
our curriculum. So much of the world is going towards technology. And yes, we want our children to focus on that, but we don't want them to be solely dependent on the tablets and the computers.
Yeah.
So every single day, our students are getting a handwriting lesson. There is a pencil in their hand every single day. Um, a big thing for me that's really important is the very first day of school, they have a pencil in their hand and they're writing their name. We hold on to that handwriting sample so that then at the very end of the school year, we're having them write their name again. So we can present to the parent of, look at this progress that your child
Yes.
has made. And it might just be scrabbles, scribbles and scrabbles on a piece
Yes,
of paper. That's okay.
it is.
But you know what? The growth that you're going to see in the time frame that they're in our classroom is going to be tremendous. Um, it's very important. All those fine motor skills that children need at this age group are huge. And if they're not learning that on a tablet, it has to go back to old school. And that's
It
really, really
does.
important to us here.
It does. As a mom of five, and my oldest is 25 now, and my youngest is 8, that, they always told us, read with them for 20 minutes, read with them for 20 minutes.
Right.
And it is critical. It sounds like,
Yes.
okay, I'm going to read with them every night for 20 minutes, but my goodness, those times if we missed, taking a book with us on vacation or taking a book with us,
Right.
it is so critical to their development, to their everything, to their word, their vocabulary. It's
Yes.
amazing what even just a little chunk of time can do to further those skills every day.
Absolutely. And we have students, our pre-K students are, if not emergent readers, fluent readers when they leave our program.
That's wonderful.
We're giving them the skills for success. Each child learns at a different pace. We
Mhm.
know that. But we've given them that foundation, and the skills, to be successful.
That's fantastic. And you're right, even if we do completely move to AI or complete whatever the future
Right.
holds for us,
You're right.
reading and writing, y- you're going to need
Essential.
it. It is
Yeah.
essential. It's not
Essential.
it's not going to go away. It will be around in some capacity.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, tell me about your background. What brought you into education and kiddo?
Uh,
I'd love to
you
hear that.
know, I've always been passionate about children, but I studied abroad well, I have a degree actually in business of all things, with a minor in the Japanese language.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so I was able to go work abroad, studied abroad first, worked abroad in Japan, and taught English there, for 2 years. And
Amazing.
that's where I was kind of like, oops, I missed my mark. Like this is what I need to be doing. So when I moved back to the States, taught pre-K.
Yes.
Loved the age group, thought they were fantastic. All those aha moments,
Yes.
really got to me. And then constant love, they're
Yeah.
just every day is something new and keeps me on my toes. Um, I applied with BASIS Charter Schools, 7 years ago and became a second grade teacher. I loved that age too, but always kind of felt like, okay, this isn't my roots. Um,
Yes.
Worked my way up in admin with basis, and once this position became open 3 years ago, I jumped at it.
Yes.
Um, this is where I was meant to be.
I
I
love that.
absolutely love connecting with parents and families. Building relationships is very, very important to me.
Yes.
But this also allows me, the liberty to work with the young kids as well. And I love this age group. They're
Oh,
absolutely fantastic. And they learn something every single day, which I
that's
absolutely love.
amazing.
Yeah.
I it is such a great age, all those aha moments. And it brings
Yes.
I feel like it brings you back to the love of learning every time it happens.
Every single time.
Oh, every time they understand the letter A, you're just like,
Yes.
you get it. You see it and now you're not gonna unsee it. And
Right.
now you're rolling. We're gone.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah. We are building that first foundation for the rest of their educational career. And
Exactly.
that's really something beautiful.
It is. It is. And it's amazing to me that I still remember my early teachers very
Yes.
clearly. And I remember those moments in the classroom. And I think we take for granted sometimes how important those early
Mhm.
classroom moments are for
Yeah.
establishing the love of school, the love of learning, the love
Yeah.
of that moment for yourself when you understand something and you can do hard things.
Yes. And we preach that here. You can do hard things.
You can do hard
Absolutely.
things. Yeah.
And, it's true. And we want them to understand that. Um, I I can't say enough, just like how much we want to build them up, because at this age, it's so important to have a positive influence in their lives.
It is.
Um, and I think that that's what makes our campus so special is that my teachers love what they do, and it really
Mhm.
transpires in the way that they teach their students. So,
It's so important. It's so
yeah.
important. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, to all the moms out there, be sure and look into the new BASIS location, the BASIS
Yeah.
beginners location. Just know that if you're driving by and you don't see the old one, that doesn't mean they're gone. It just means they're up the road a little
Yep.
bit.
Not too far.
And yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Thanks
No,
for being
thank you,
with us
Kate. I really
today.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I will put all of the information on how to get to your website. Is that the best place for them to learn
That's definitely the
about
best place to reach us, is at our website. Yeah.
at your website? Okay. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you.